Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another DFS five-pack daily discussion of the MLB slate up for the 18th of August, which is a Tuesday night. We got ourselves a shorter day slate that we've already covered, bigger night slate, plenty of things to talk about, which we discussed already in members only, but let's make a few things available to the public right now.
Let's get it, man.
So we want to, again, for the third time today, say shout out to our boy DFS Wolfpack for taking down the huge $20,000 jackpot over on Overlay Fantasy Sports. The name of the website is overlaydfs.com. They got a variety of ways to get you all paid. Everything from these 5-pick shootouts, which lets you focus in on your favorite plays of the day, to progressive jackpots, where if you can go 12-0, you can become a very, very rich person. Okay, maybe rich is an overstatement, but have yourself a hell of a fun time. We've covered the NBA and the MLB on a shorter video on this one already, guys. So I got a link to their Twitter profile below. They do something called the Slump Buster Challenge, where if you don't cash in any one of their contests that you play 20 times, they will send you a refund for all those buy-ins. So there's a lot of ways to get you all paid.
Let's get it, man.
All right. We brought this up before, guys. I will skip over a lot of the rigmarole we always cover. The last thing I'll bring up, though, is the annual sale that we're running right now. Usually an annual membership is $200 for all the advanced things that we offer. But anybody who buys that through the website today gets a $60 reimbursement. So it's only $140 for one full year, all three sports, baseball, basketball, and football. If you want to pay manually, the Venmo and PayPal addresses are below. We'll get you started today. Let's go crush this bad boy. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. Thumbs up is appreciated. I will let you dive right in and talk about your boy Cookie.
Man, it's hard not to like the spot. My boy Carrasco's in tonight. I'm a huge Cookie fan. Maybe my favorite overall Cleveland athlete. Outside of LeBron James, he's still a Cleveland athlete in my mind. But I love Carrasco. I love everything he's about. I love his game. I think he's a really good pitcher. He's in a great spot tonight against the Pirates. I think that the other thing that we didn't talk about is the Indians have a little bit of unrest right now because of Clevenger and Plesac deciding to not obey the rules and go out and potentially, risk the health of all their teammates. A big part of why the Indians are so and their team is so upset about it is because of Carrasco, because he just got healthy from leukemia. Very selfish of Clevenger and Plesac to do what they did. And I think that this is it doesn't mean much here, but he's going to have that little extra fire in him. A lot going on behind the scenes. I love Carrasco in a spot like this. And even if you don't care about that, and there's not that much to care about there, he's just in a great spot against the Pirates.
Yeah, they got to Desclafani the other day when Desclafani was overwhelming chalk. So be it, right? Every once in a while, bad teams have good days. That's why they're all professional hitters. That doesn't take away from the fact that they are a bad offense, and Carrasco is a much better pitcher than they are offense team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up, Randall Grichuk. So there is so much to like about this guy today. 3,900, extremely affordable, absolutely on fire right now with 78 DK points over his last 5 games. We know this guy's always hit left-handed pitching with a lot of authority, good ballpark, good weather. And I wasn't even thinking about this. We had this guy all ready to go and queued up and ready to talk about. And I just I'll check what he's done against LeBlanc. He's gone up against him 7 times. He's walked twice, homered, tripled, and double, which is just another feather in the hat.
Yeah, what's not to like?
Hot is hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of hot, so you've always been a monster Robbie Cano fan, and I know you were big on the Mets last night. They did you real well. Cano was a big part of that. Now, I'm not sure if this dude's like taking PEDs again or if he invented a time machine that brought us back to 2012, but he looks like the old school Robinson Cano right now, absolutely killing it.
Locked in right now. I watched his second home run. Just spit on a couple close pitches, got himself into a 3-run count. Pitcher threw a fastball down the middle, and Cano absolutely obliterated it. The absolute moonshots from him and Alonso back to back. They ended up pulling him after that, which is probably good for a guy like Cano. Older, needs the rest, has been hurt on and off. The Mets are, again, we talked about this in our members only video. The Mets are in a good spot. They're not going to get a lot of love. Cano, right in the middle of this lineup. You talked about Grichuk being hot. Not many guys in baseball are hotter than Cano right now. We're going to talk about one that is, but not many are.
Actually, everybody we're talking about today is red hot. And let's talk about there's nobody hotter in the world than this guy right here. So, Matt, what do Mike Trout, Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Christian Yelich all have in common? None of them are nearly as good as Santander.
Hey, Our numbers don't lie.
So, okay, obviously we know that's not true, but this guy has been so hot. I feel like on our members only videos for our customers that every day, 1/3 of the video is about how hot this guy is. He just continues to crush everything. We wrote him up the other day against Max Scherzer as a one-off that you might want. He double donged off of Max Scherzer. He's hitting everybody, men, women, boys, girls, tall, short, lefties, righties, home, road. It doesn't matter. Santander is absolutely on fire. And tonight he goes up against a young pitcher whose stuff is decent, but it still has a lot to learn about pitching. Definitely not scared of this matchup at all. Give me all the Santander I can handle.
Yeah, man, this dude's just red hot. They talk about it a lot. And when you watch the Orioles broadcast, I didn't even mention this to you, but he came over in the Rule 5 draft a couple of years ago from Cleveland, which of course sucks because he would look pretty damn good in an Indians jersey right now, don't you think?
Not as good as a Brewers jersey, but yes, I got your point. So keep going with another red hot guy in the outfield tonight, and that's Alex Verdugo of the Boston Red Sox. Look, he's not Mookie Betts. We get that. But this is a part of what, Boston was going with when they got this guy. 5 straight games with an extra base hit.
I mean, who is Mookie Betts, right? Like, he belongs on that list of the other guys you just mentioned, the yellow and Sotos of the world. Verdugo is good. I talked about him a lot, when he was with the Dodgers. One of their top prospects had been for a couple years. There's a reason they held on to him until a deal like this came along. I mean, he was a key piece in a Mookie Betts deal. He's certainly not Mookie Betts, but he's got a nice stroke from the left side in a good matchup against Eflin here. Will probably be being lead. He'll probably be hitting lead off tonight. I mean, 3,400, a lot to like here. We like a bunch of outfielders, so he's not a must, but I'm a Verdugo fan. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, we're not trying to stack against Zach Eflin either, but I'm not afraid to pull a guy in a good spot at a dirt cheap price like this.
Yeah, and I'd probably be more apt to use a few Red Sox than you are. I don't really want to mess with the bottom of their lineup, but the top of their lineup looks decent to me here.
Really? Because you're always raving about how good the bottom of their lineup is.
Yeah, right. It's so bad. So bad.
You certainly didn't call them bottom 5 in every position outside of the 2 through 4 earlier today.
I felt bad about including Vasquez in that, and he doesn't belong there, but you got my point. They're just they have guys, they're bottom of their lineup right now that they would not make a lot of MLB teams right now.
It's with the injuries and everything that's gone into this year, it's clearly not the Boston Red Sox year. They're in part of a rebuild. Now they got some good guys like Devers and now Verdugo to build upon in the future. It's just not their season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we got today, guys. Best of luck with all your NBA. Got some lineups to go build. Ready to watch the Bucks. Hopefully not get embarrassed by the Orlando Magic. And we'll be back talking sports with you guys a lot this week.
Thanks, guys.